So we can get into this cave system over here, and we can follow this power line that goes from that force field that we just saw. Let's actually fight that enemy. Why not? There's a lot of bugs around here. I missed the slap again. God damn it. Good enough. Let's see. We're gonna dissolute the Mystic again, because I always do that. And he immediately healed. Great. Anyway, let's Soul Crisper him. Still try to get rid of him. And I know, again, I should probably focus on that Tyro on the left first, but whatever. It's casual enough, it shouldn't be a problem. I think we can just snap this guy away. Hopefully. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Ooh, this is bad. Whatever, we got rid of him. I think we can just snap this dude too. So now that one of our party members is dead, well, we can't use him in the fight, obviously, but he actually respawns with 1 HP, so it's really not a big deal if we lose these guys. So there you go, you know, right back to 1 HP. And we find more than enough bugs around here, I think, to heal them all the way back up. So again, this game isn't really hardcore in any regard, right? So you don't really need to worry about managing your party or managing your health or, you know, be afraid of fights and that sort of stuff. So it's, you know, it's fairly casual in that way. We found a soul sponge, which is nice. And we can follow this power line back up here. And now, you know, if you're thinking you could maybe explore some more in this area, it's sadly fairly linear. There's a little bit of stuff that you can see on the sidelines here, but there's really nothing much to be had, which is kind of a little bit disappointing to me. But, you know, I mean, I think this is a one-man project, or maybe just a handful of people, so can't really fault them too much for that. It's good enough as it is. And now we've got this little monitor over here. So this power line goes back to the force field, right? So you think, okay, we just press this, we disable the force field that way, right? But if we actually interact with this monitor, this is what happens. It actually turns into a 2D platformer. Now this is so strange. The first time I played this, I was so blown away by this, because this isn't, you know, it's not just a little bit of a sort of like a joke thing, right? This is full-blown, you know, 2D platformer gameplay. You got jumps, you got double jumps, you got an attack, you got a charge attack, all sorts of stuff. It's freaking crazy what they did with this game, actually. You've got checkpoints, and this whole level that we're in, right, is actually pretty expansive. There's quite a few things that we can do in here. And all of this, if I remember that right, all of this is completely optional. So you don't actually need to play through this 2D thing, which is nice for people who, you know, don't really care for 2D platformers, for example, right? And they just want to play a regular RPG experience. You don't have to do this, right? This is just if you want to collect a couple, you know, things for the game, a couple more items that you might need. You can do this, right? And it's really, really, I don't know, I'm so blown away that the devs did this. Because, you know, this isn't just some 5-minute thing that you can whip up in a moment, right? You actually have to really spend some time on developing a mode like this, right? So it's pretty strange. And I welcome it, because I think it's a nice little breakup from the usual gameplay loop that you get into, you know, walking around, fighting enemies. And this is, yeah, it's something else. So you get this couch here that you can jump around on. And I've never really figured out how to do this properly, because if you don't press the jump button, this is just what he does, right? You just do these tiny little jumps that don't do anything for you. But if you press the jump button, if you time it correctly, he jumps really high. But I've never managed to actually time this well, So it's really depending on luck whether you get this or not. So I've never gotten over to that area up top there. But what you can do is you can enter the options and you can actually change the difficulty if you really want to. You can go into God mode, for example. And what that gives you is an unlimited air dash. We're not going to do that right now, but that's how I got to that other area in the first playthrough that I did, because I really couldn't figure out for the life of me how to actually jump on that couch properly. So yeah, so unlimited air dash, you could basically just do this, but forever, right? So the air dash is just this, but on God mode, you can just keep doing that. So let's not go over to that area to the left, because I don't think we're going to make it. But we can go over here. These enemies here are invincible. We can't really kill them, so we just kind of have to try and get out of their way. Not quite, but good enough. And once we get to one of these checkpoints, our health actually regenerates, so we don't really have to be too worried. Again, the same as in the main game, this mode is kind of casual in that way, where you don't really have to be worried about your health too much. It's all, you know, it's all for the fun of it. So now we're gonna have to try and find a window to get up here. Ow. Well, that wasn't quite it, but it's good enough. There we go. Got rid of that spawner. And I think, yeah, we have to go over here. There's another spawner. We don't need to get rid of this, but let's just do it. And these little bird, arrow, feather type of things, they respawn. So you kind of have to be mindful of that. All right, let's see. Let's try and get this guy. If we kill him, we can jump on top of him. So that helps us get stuff like this, for example. But let's get that checkpoint first. And then do that. Not quite. There we go. There's another one up here. Oh, let's get that burrito first, actually, and get the money. Just about made it. Nice. All right. There's one more guy up here. There we go. All right. This is a little bit tricky up here. Oh, nice. Well, not quite nice, but nice enough. Great. Got through that fairly easily. One more checkpoint, and from here on out, I think we're pretty close to getting to the end of this if we want to, but there's actually a lot more stuff that we can explore over here. So let's see what else we can find over here, because there's a lot of optional items to be had, and I think it's good to try and get them, like the banana over here and those coins up there and some other stuff. Let's see. One more gold coin. Whoop. Just about got out of it. Nice. And keep going down, I suppose. All right, there's more stuff over here. These guys you kind of have to be a little mindful of. And I guess we're going over here. Nope. Let's kill this guy, because they spawn some arrows, kind of like homing missiles, that you really don't want. And I think we can jump down here, yeah, and sort of try and get out of this. All right, nothing much more to the left, I think, so let's keep going up here. There's this guy playing with his balls, and we should try to kill him for that. But we died. Not a big deal, because we just respawned back right at the last checkpoint that we were at. So it's really, you know, again, it's kind of a casual experience. I think what we can do is we can go down here. There we go. Get the banana, for example. Get some more coins. Always great to have. And I think this is pretty much all that we can get to from here, because this is where we've already been. Not quite. Ow! And we're right back at this guy. Aw, man. I didn't see that arrow. I didn't see that ball. Ah! We died again. It's fine. I don't think we're going to need to go down there again. There was a couple more things that we might have gotten. But again, this is all optional, really. So what I'm going to do is just get this stuff, for example. And this stuff. And this guy over here is a little bit, I don't know how to explain it, a little bit like a boss, maybe? He's really strange to fight. But what you can do is kind of Dark Souls roll out of the way. We don't need to kill him, but I kind of want to, because he's been bugging me the last playthrough. Oh, and now he's running away. That hasn't happened to me before. Strange. Let's see. Come on. He's got a lot of HP. There we go. Now, I didn't need to get rid of him, and he's gonna respawn the next time we die, so... kind of a pointless exercise, but man, does it feel good. Let's see. So we can get up here on these moving platforms, and up here is this thing. And the last time I played this game, yeah, this happened, which is a bit odd because I don't think it's supposed to happen. So when I tested this out yesterday, that actually happened. I think you're supposed to be able to jump regularly on this thing, but it just won't let me for the life of it. I can jump, I cannot, dodge roll correctly, I can't sprint, so it's really strange how I'm sort of glued to this platform. So I think we're going to need to try and find another way to get up there on that other thing. Something like this. That was pretty good. And now we're going to have to try and... didn't make it. So that platform up there is where we actually need to go, I think. Or actually, no. Hey, that's right. We don't need to go up there. I had this totally wrong. So we could go up there and get that little vial of stuff that's floating around up there. But again, this is all optional. And before I spend some, 20, 30 minutes trying to get up to that platform because the other platforms don't really work how they're supposed to, I think we're just going to leave that out. We're going to get this checkpoint over here and we're just going to continue on. Because the optional stuff is nice, but since we're playing this on normal difficulty, we really won't have any troubles going through the game. So it's not necessary for us to have. But if we were to do this on, say, hard playthrough, I think it might be a great idea to get that stuff. So let's get up on this couch here. Let's not get hit next time. And up on this platform. So this platform is just fine, right? We can just jump like we're supposed to. So I don't know what's going on with that other moving platform, but yeah. I don't actually remember if that happened to me the first playthrough and how I actually dealt with that, if it did. But I remember making it through that, so maybe, I don't know, maybe I had God mode on or something already. Cheated my way through that. The good thing about God mode in this, though, is this 2D thing, this 2D level that we're playing through right now, it's actually, you can just exit out of this at any point in time. You don't need to play this in one session, right? So if you don't want to play this anymore, and you're like, I've seen enough of this, you can exit out of this and you can come back, right? Well, if you come back, you start right back at the very start, right? And if you've already made some progress, you can actually just enable God mode for a moment, get back to where you were if you feel like it. So that's pretty nice. So over here, we press this button, we get into this little aircraft here. And that actually gets us to the end of this level. And I think we've sort of seen enough of this 2D right now. I don't know if people are into that or not. I actually kind of, again, enjoy this because it breaks up the regular game loop pretty well. But yeah, it can get pretty tedious, especially I feel like the music is the one thing that can really start getting on your nerves. It's pretty nice right now, I feel like, but if you spend, you know, an hour or two in this, the loop is pretty, what is it, short? And so I feel like, you know, it might go on your nerves at some point. Let's wait for that platform to come back down. Ah, not quite. I think we have to dash there. Ah, no. There we go. Just about made it. So this one, again, is a bit strange because we can't move left or right quickly here. So again, I don't know what's going on with some of the moving platforms here. I don't remember having these issues in my first playthrough. So it is what it is. It's good enough. So over here, this is actually the end of the level. If we get into this little Iron Maiden, whatever you want to call it, then this whole thing takes off into outer space. And that's apparently how we get back. Look at those visuals. It's just amazing. I love it. All right. So now we're back here, and now we can follow that power line back down. And so what this whole 2D level actually did was disable that force field that we saw earlier that was guarding that key. So I think that's a pretty neat way to have sort of a game mechanic like this, right? So now we found the tower key. And again, I'm pretty sure this is optional, so you don't actually need to do this if you really don't want to. If you hate 2D platformers, if you can't stand them, I think you don't have to do this, which I think is also a really, really nice sort of consideration on the developer's part. I don't know why I'm avoiding these guys right now. We can fight them. Ah, didn't slap at the right moment, but whatever. So let's see, let's gesture dissolution on this guy. And then I think I'm also going to burn him with a soul crisper. That should get rid of him fairly quickly. And then I think I'm just going to snap the other guys. And hopefully, because he does stem cell, that's fine. As long as this guy keeps taking damage over time, that's all right with me. We're going to snap these guys. All right. Snap him again. All right. This guy's gone. I think, let's see. Yeah, let's snap one more time. He charges up, that's okay. I think what I'm going to do with the Duzmolin over here is we're going to heal Pongorma. Because I'm a little bit afraid that he's going to die in this fight, but again, you know, it's no big deal really. All right, snap that guy away. And I think from now on, we're just going to keep snapping. Ooh. Not the greatest thing to happen, but okay. That's going to be fun. I think a couple more snaps should do this. And then, yeah, this guy should be easy. Nice. This fight is basically won. Great. So what do we get? We get a couple bones, some more meat, always good. What we should probably do at some point is we could go back to, or we could go to the afterlife, and we could get our max HP up, and we could, what else? We could probably get a couple more things with our bones that we have right now. We got 280 bones, so we could maybe buy a couple of items. Slap this guy. Oh, come on. I slapped him though. Whatever. So I'm kind of hoping that we might die in some fight pretty quickly because I actually want to go to the afterlife. So I think what I'm going to do you see this? This is a pool, man. This is what we've been warned about. We can burn these guys. But let's actually get this guy first, because if he's attacked, he puts everybody else to sleep, including his own party. So I think it's the best idea to try and get him out of the way first, actually. Oh, I don't have enough mana. Whatever. Because at the end of a fight, he can be a little bit tough, actually, because he's going to put your whole party to sleep, but he's going to stay awake. So I think, you know, as long as his party members are sleeping too, and he's only doing one attack per turn, we should be fine enough. Yeah. So now he should be gone. There we go. So see, so now I've got one awake person that I can use to do something. And his party's still got sleeping members. So we're actually looking pretty good right now. We might be able to even get through this, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, I can't really do anything with the Duzmol right now, so let's just attack. Alright, so Pongorma is dead. But it shouldn't be an issue. And Duzmol's dead too, but that's fine. So we're just going to attack this guy and win the fight anyway. Nice. So I hopefully the next fight we might actually die. There we go. And then we can go back to the afterlife. Let's see. Let me see if we can actually maybe still make this. I don't think we can. But it would be pretty sweet. No, not snap. Let's do that too. Let's see what we can do here. That wasn't that great. Okay, I think this fight is over. We could try and resurrect Wayne right now, but I really don't want to waste that soul item that I have. I don't even remember what it's called. Let's see. Soul sponge. There we go. I don't really want to waste that. So I'll just snap until the party's dead. I'm thinking maybe if I just keep doing this, I might still make it through. So yeah, this game, you know, is casual enough that you might actually even do this sort of stuff and still win. Not necessarily, but, you know, there's a chance. Ah, see, there we go. Call for help, so now he spawned somebody. So now we're basically boned again. Because I was thinking if he was the only one left alive after this, we would probably have made... We actually might still make it. Wow. I didn't think we could. But hey, there we go. Pretty sure we can still make this. Yeah. Holy. Alright, so that's one more fight that we won. I went into this expecting that we would die here. Okay, well, good enough. Hey, I'm not going to complain about winning a fight here. So let's get up here. There's one more bug that we can slap. We can find empty, which is literally nothing. We got a cookie, and if we jump on top of this, we get this little coin over here. So we're now sort of in the thick of his castle. Poor Viewwax, he won't even see it coming. So now over here, there's another bug that we can slap over here. We jump on this trampoline, and we get all the way up top here. There's this door, and now that we got the tower key, we can actually unlock this. Now if we get in here, there's this little hole and a chest that we can raid. We found a paper cup, which is really, really nice, because that will increase our maximum will. which is basically our mana. So if we jump into this hole is actually important to remember. All these little things sprouting out of the ground, all these little things sprouting out of the ground, almost went into combat again. They're important to remember, at least the ones right next to the hole. So we kind of have to remember these little horns up here and this strange little thing. I don't know what you could call this. A big club with a hook on it. I don't know. But that's what we have to remember, because once we go into this hole, we actually get spit out on a totally different point of this island, right back where our teleporter is. And if we go back into the hole, we can get back up to the tower. So we just unlocked a little shortcut, kind of a little Souls-like type of deal here. So if we get over here now, and we go all the way up here where we found the banana, and we jump over here. Not quite made it. Let's see. Let's get back up here. I'm always having a little bit of trouble with making these types of jumps, so I think I have to sprint first and then get over here. There we go. So now if we get over here, there's another hole that we can jump into. So where does that lead now? That leads to this strange area over here. This is really, really disorienting if you get here for the first time, because this area goes on forever, right? It just loops back and forth. So you get back into the same place over and over. If you just keep walking north or south, you'll find the same holes over and over, right? And, you know, it's just all holes everywhere, right? I know you might think, okay, there's got to be one hole that we have to jump into, right? Because any other hole that you jump into that's not the right hole, that actually leads you back right where you came from. So you might think, okay, well, what about this one, right? With a circle around it? That's pretty obvious, right? That's got to be the one. Well, it's actually misleading as hell. That's not the one. So you have to find that hole that has the same horns and thing around it, this one over here, as that hole up in the tower where we unlocked the door. Now, this isn't telegraphed to you in any way or anything. Captain Krabs hosted. Hello. Hi, thank you for the host. All right, well, what is this? This is Hylics 2. I don't really understand the whole game myself, but it's pretty fun. I've played this quite a while ago. It's an RPG type of game. It's a little bit like, you know, your regular JRPG, but made by, I don't know who it's made by actually, by some Western dude. And it's super psychedelic and strange.